Wolfenstein.
Well, I was so busy talking and so busy eating and playing wacky music that the game is already just now starting. We have some time to talk about it. It is TSN's coverage of NARF versus Uprise here on MPIs. Here's the deal on the Uprise roster. Cash, NOK, Knock, Nosh, Lerner, Kalari, and Moorman. Archvile, give us a rundown of NARF. Archvile. Oh no.
Okay, sorry, I guess I was hitting the wrong button. There we go, I'm okay. Obliv, Decomp Killer, Warcrime, Lynch, Beaver, and Spike for Narcotics are fun. Also, we have Mark the Bench Warmer, and we are, like he said, already underway. 8 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock. The Allied team is setting up their defense on the stronghold, and the Axis are just now grabbing the shipping halls, and the door has been blown. Here come the Axis. Knock, Cash, along with, who we got there? Nosh running up here, and they're going through the shipping hallways as my cat is bugging me in the background. We're going to have a green light down on the fortress wall there, and the red light's down, the plane is down. They're going towards the Allied stronghold. Here comes Uprise. They're all over the top. They're going to get sawed down one by one. Machine gun fire going off all over the place. Beaver and Lynch taking people down, along with Spike getting a kill there. No Axis anywhere to be found now, as they were all destroyed as they come towards the Allied stronghold. Warwitch, over to you.
Well, we do have a little time here to sit and chat as we're gearing up at round one, set one. Just got out of Darkside versus Death Touch, and a 3-1 victory for Death Touch. If you're just now tuning in, you are dialed in live to RTCW coverage, 7:50 on the clock. Once again, a big shout out to all of you dialed in on TSN Wolwitch and Archvile. We got Speakeasy Wolf TV and the server as well on the 6-on-6 extravaganza. Now, incoming Axis offense on MPIs is going to be Uprise, trying to set the time versus the NARF roster. Very quiet as we get our groove on in the shortest pregame of all time. Have Archvile typing to me, Warwitch pregame? Question mark. Are we? Nope. We don't believe in a pregame, but here comes some incoming now. Machine gun fire down inside the shipping halls. Once again, in the chokehold that leads out to the hills or the hillocks, depending on who you wish to favor, myself or Archvile. The Allies now going to reclaim the shipping hallways. That means Oblivion right here, Obliv from NARF, playing a very aggressive forward, kind of skirmishing, harasser-styled Allied strat that is going to force the incoming Uprise team to respawn back at the Axis hut and to get things done. Now, I see some MP40 fire and some grenade tossing. Do we have a threat, Archvile, on the actual documents?
And I do not have a lock on what happened to the documents there. I guess there was a brief exchange or something, but they are back on the table. 6 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock, and the Axis don't seem to be getting anywhere near the documents. They get a couple pushes on the top, but as soon as they get close to the room, they are killed one by one by the awesome defense of Narcotics Are Fun NARF, holding down the Allied stronghold. So now I am on the second tier looking around, not seeing any of the Axis. I'm going to go down in the shipping hallways as the Axis, I guess what happened there, the Allies had pushed forward and grabbed the forward spawn flag. The Axis have just recaptured it, and now they are pushing through the hallways. Here comes Nosh, here comes Knock, and here comes Cash from Uprise. So when the airstrikes all over the second tier, they're getting ready to make their push. They were met up by Corollary along with Cash. Cash manages to take out a couple people with some support fire there. I don't know if they're going to push on the top yet. There's still a lot down in the shipping hallways. What are they waiting on? They're tossing the ammo. They're tossing the med packs back and forth. Getting ready to make their run now. NARF on the top, holding it down. 5 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock. What's going on, Warwitch?
Well, waiting now. We got some incoming artillery strikes to the upper tier by the document tower on the far left-hand side, hand-over-hand ladder. You've got the plumes of incoming airstrikes, fire for effect, just going off all over the Allied base. That means the lieutenants for the Axis Army are out there in the field calling in the airstrikes from the incoming Mitcher Schmitz as a German bomber is laying the hurt down here on MPI's 5-14. Waiting now for some real action. So far, just been kind of some skirmishing style battles going on, but no real true engagements as of yet. Now, Moorman of Uprise is capturing the shipping hallways yet again, and now we got a full respawn. It looks like the majority of the respawn are going to be heading towards the shipping doorway. They're gearing up now. We've got Leutnants and medics now moving inwards. Incoming cash now. Let's get a lockdown. 2 members, 3 members, 4 members of machine gun fire and incoming airstrikes just outside in the courtyard. Making the rush now, waiting. We got a lock on knock. Leutnant, machine gun fire. Fire for effect. Dodges aside and dodges back inside. 2 members of Blib and Lynch of NARF commit suicide. Likely to come back as a different class for defense. Beaver NARF left alone on the upper tier by the documents themselves. Now he's a lieutenant for the Allied Army, and that means that one man, if he's not a medic, going to have a hard time laying the hurt down to any incoming Axis rush that we do have threatening right here in the courtyard right now. Machine gun fire. Lynch NARF trying to come out, taking down 2 members of the Axis, and he's backed up by Da Comp Killer, who gets it done and heads up to the document area. Once again, 406, but a very interesting offense so far, and not nearly as an aggressive game as we saw in Death Touch versus Darkside.
Yeah, and I'm following the new spawn right now, and like you said, it's not looking too promising. I don't think they're packing up and moving together. That's the problem. They're coming in groups of 1, groups of 2, sometimes even groups of 3, and they're getting cut down one by one as they come outside from the Allied shipping hallways. And I'm waiting right now. I'm behind Corollary, and I'm also with Nosh inside in the Allied shipping hallways. Here, out comes Corollary there, getting met by some gunfire, decide to run back inside. Nosh is outside as well. Getting Obliv gunfire there. Obliv manages to finally take down Cash, and Uprise is just getting taken down one by one as they decide to peek their heads out from the shipping hallways and make their move. Actually, we have 1 Axis left. Knock on the second tier. He goes down to Warcrime. Warcrime fires the MP40, removes him from the planet, and he is going to be waiting for the new respawn. And all appears quiet once again outside. Airstrikes going all over the place. There's been tons of airstrikes on both teams. Looks like a lot of Allied ones firing for effect all over the Allied stronghold. And Uprise is back into the shipping hallways. I'm going to see what's going on, and Warwitch, why don't you take it from there?
Well, once again, we have some action going on here on the hillocks just outside. We have several members of the Axis Uprise team trying to get something done long range against the Allies standing guard against the documents. 2:33 is on the clock at the moment. And taking a look now, it looks like NARF is in a very strong defensive position. We've got about a 3-man defense just around the documents. 2 Leutnants and a medic in position now to really stop any incoming rush. We got those airstrikes just lighting a fire the Allied fortress, and those are being dropped by the Allies. It's Baghdad, baby. Bombs over Baghdad right here at 2:10 remaining. Nothing. Uprise ain't bringing jack and crap yet. What are they up to? They're regrouping, and I'll tell you what, Jack and Crap and Jack left town, buddy. Nothing going on at 159. Here comes Uprise, uprising through the brambles and the trees, but it's machine gun fire, Thompson fire, and 1 man remains. Uprise learner diving behind some trees around the hillocks, heading around towards the watchtower with the MG42. Fire for effect, pulls out the goggles, they do nothing, opens fire in a moment. The airstrike's going to be coming in. Machine gun fire to the upper tier. Waiting now, nothing still. 135 Archvile. Uprise has got to get some kind of cohesion because they're coming in definitely in onesies and twosies, and because they're doing that, they're having no fortune against a solid regime of hatred and evil that is the Allied Army. All you.
Exactly, and I am down in the Allied shipping hallways. I seem to get stuck down here because they are just getting killed spawn. So it seems like I get the action when they're in the shipping hallways, they poke their head out, and you get it when they blow them away, and that's pretty much the story so far. Corollary, wait! He's running up the ladder, almost to the documents. Nobody sees him. He's throwing grenades up there. Is he going to kill anybody? Yes, he does. He gets a kill, and we have a document grab. Corollary has him, but no, jumps out the window and splats on the ground, blowing his body blows into bits, and the documents are the only thing remaining of his body, and they go back on the table. 40 seconds remaining. NARF has pretty much managed to dominate this entire offensive push from Team Uprise. Here comes Cash now, going into the room, has the documents, jumping out the window, gets shot down right as he hits the second tier of the Allied stronghold. The documents are going to be going back on the table, courtesy of NARF. Lynch from NARF put him back, and it's all but over. So Warwitch, it's not going to be a good day for Uprise.
Well, we got the 14-second countdown right now, and it looks like the NARF team going to hold off Uprise easily for the solid 10 minutes on the MP ice. Keep in mind, our last game, DT versus Darkside. Death Touch walk away the victors, and with 2-1, here we are.
Allies win.
Yep. The Allies win. And That means the time is set for 10 minutes. NARF, now it's the Axis. Get all the time in the world, Archvile, to bring those documents home. Give us a rundown, buddy.
Plenty of time. Well, it's going to be a problem, and NARF, I hate to say it, NARF is probably going to win this one, as Death Touch predicted in our interview. We might be able to have a post-game interview with NARF as well. Not sure. We'll have to get with that later. The teams are readying up right now, and just to give you a quick rundown of what happened in the playoffs so far, I'm going to take a look at the stats here. It looks like it came down. Uprise has had a long trek to get this far, despite the fact they're not doing so well. Uprise actually had a first-round bye due to their good record in the regular season. They played off against Wicked Crew and ended up winning against Wicked Crew. Now, obviously, we're going to see NARF on the other side had a first-round bye as well. Ended up playing against the winner of System Error versus Amish World Order, which was AWO. The Amish ended up getting beat by NARF. That's why we're seeing NARF versus Uprise right now. In the other bracket, it ended up being Darkside and Death Touch, and as we just mentioned, Death Touch was able to win that one 3-1. So that's what's going to happen tonight. We're still waiting on one member to ready up. The winner of tonight's match is going to end up playing off against Death Touch in the Cal-Maine final, the championship. And sure enough, we will probably have that on the air as well. I'm not sure who'll be casting it, but hopefully we'll get another trifecta as we had earlier. The teams have just readied up, and we are underway. So, Warwitch, why don't you give us the rundown?
Well, here's the deal. 950 Allies now are on defensive posture. It is Uprise. We're going to find out how strong their defense could be against the powerhouse that is the NARF team. It's been great to watch NARF rise through the ranks. There was a day that no one took NARF seriously, but now they're a powerhouse to be contended with on the RTCW battlefield. A dynamite plant on the service doorway, already charging in. NARF utilizing the strength of the German Blitzkrieg into the hillocks. War crime down. Machine gun fire and just an open fire MP40 Thompson action from Nosh, and his companion did not see who it was up here on the hills. We do have Cash. He is a soldier, opens fire, and my mouse is going crazy. Uh-oh. I'm all over the place. Oh, I'm in first person mode. This blows goats. Oh, that's the wrong sound file.
Oh, it blows an Axis goat, I'm sure, but anyways.
I had to reconnect.
Okay, I'm going to wait as Warwitch reconnects the NARF team, pushing through the Allied shipping hallways here, and as Warwitch reconnects and has some problems there, hopefully he'll come back. NARF is coming out through the Allied shipping hallways, getting all grouped up together, and this is what Uprise needs to do. They're coming out all together. They're getting the plant down on the fortress door. Lynch got the yellow light down. Here goes the red light. The red light is down. Here comes Spike on the top. He's on the top tier of the Allied fortress, but no! Support fire goes off from Nog. Takes out Spike and Lynch, kills them both, blows them both apart, and shuts that push down. Amazing. NARF ended up playing Uprise earlier on in the season, and Uprise had some bad luck against them then. So, anyways, it was a 3-1 victory. NARF ended up pulling it off. All's quiet once again. Everybody is on the top tier of the Allied stronghold. I'm going to try to get you fixed up here, right. Warwitch.
Here, I'm going to shoutcast. Here's a testament of my elite shoutcasting skills. I'm blind, and I'm going to broadcast the action. You ready? I'm shoutcasting out of the console. Here we go. Beaver right there. MP40 taken down. Knock. Oh, yeah! Lynch from the NARF team blown away by a nice pistol shot from Nosh right there. Then Beaver open up again. MP40 action. Nosh and Cash taking themselves out. Mormon's Thompson laying the hurt down to Spike as the incoming. Let's hit the tab menu here. Incoming Axis defense, the NARF roster with the grab. Who's got it? Obliv with the grab. I can't see Jack, and I'm shoutcasting. Kya. Ucha. What's up, buddy? How you like me now?
Okay, it looks like we do have Obliv with the documents, as you are now should have vision, and he is running through the closer hallway, closer to the first Axis spawn, and he has his entire team with him going out into the snow right now. Here comes Obliv from NARF with the documents, a medic. He is going to put his gun away, whip out the med packs in case he gets shot in the back. He is almost home, almost there, 6 minutes, 46 seconds, plenty of time. He is right outside the door, going up the stairwell, and it is over as the Axis win, as you would say, and they have managed to beat the full clock which they had.
You know, it looks like, Archvile, we are in for a different styled game. NARF dominating with a 3:18 time. NARF on fire. These guys have come into this engagement ready to kick some ass. NARF up 1-0 right away on MPIs here tonight. Here are the stats as we see them so far. Efficiency for the NARF roster, a solid average of 60. The efficiency for the Allied Uprise team, 39%. Clearly, the NARF team is out-fragging tonight. Highest efficiency, a solid 77 for Warcrime, one of the best names in RTCW, a 21 kill to 6 death ratio. Powerhouse getting it done right there. The best efficiency we've got right now for Uprise is about a 48 with a 16 kill to 17 death ratio for NOK, Mr. Knock himself. So, that's the way it is, buddy. And that's how it's going down. TSN's coverage of RTCW NARF dominating in control of MP Ice as the teams begin to ready up. And we got a 1-0 lead for the NARF roster.
Yes, we do. We do have the 1-0 lead. Still waiting on the teams to ready up. Maybe we can get a quick station identification. And once again, you are listening to Archvile and Warwitch. Brought to you by Speakeasy.net. We're the Team Sportscast Network. Check us out, www.tsn.com. Waiting on kicking somebody. Actually, Deca from Death Touch came in
to
fight. Check it out.
Let's
wonder what was going on there.
Play a little sounder. We'll be back in a moment. You've got it tuned into TSN's RTCW Allied Radio. It's time to kick some Axis butt. Yeah, no kicking Axis butt allowed back in game. Oh my, 1-0. Warcrime, Lynch, Spike, Cop, Killa, Viva, and Obliv at NARF. Uprise, Lerner, Knock, Kalari, Nosh, Cash, and Mormon. Once again now, Allies trying to hold off NARF. NARF is on the objective or on the offensive here tonight. Dynamite plant near the service doorway, 931. Let me ask you this. Can NARF beat the time of 3:18? That was the time they set in round 1, set 2, buddy. We're going to find out here in round 2, set 1. All you.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. It's a very fast time, but who knows. Uprise, as Death Touch has said, has practiced a lot against them, so they might be able to do a good job holding it off. Wow! Uprise getting a lot of kills there. Nosh getting double Thompson kills there, taking down Compkilla and Beaver from NARF, and some artillery support kills there as well. Awesome artillery killing going on. But wait a minute, we have some... Looked like Nosh was going to go somewhere, but I think he changed his mind. So anyways, we're still in the game. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Here comes NARF outside on the hill, and one man goes down. One man still alive. Compkilla is still up. Compkilla takes down Lerner. So, and he is still going to manage to run over, get the revive on one of his teammates, as there is still gunfire all over the hill area. I don't know if they're going to switch it up and start taking nothing but the hill, or turn around and go back through the shipping hallways, which is what they've been doing. 8 minutes, 23 seconds left on the clock. Uprise getting set up on the defensive. But wait, the Axis are on the top of the Allied stronghold. We do have the document grab. Who has the document grab? It looks like it is Obliv. Warwitch, where's he headed?
I've got Obliv heading towards the service door. Here's a lockdown machine gun fire. It is Obliv right now with the grab. Quarterback action machine gun fire just behind him, making the dodge. Backed up by his team. He's got a full escort to the north connection now. Heading towards the half track. He's outside the crunch of boots on snow. Jack Boots making the run for it now to the Axis transmitting chamber. 750 waiting for an ambush now, passing the half track, 30-yard line, moving to the 20-yard line, trying to get home. 744, no ambush in sight, heads in all alone, gets inside and gets it done as the Axis walk away and take the win on that one. 2:19, come on, 2:19 on the clock. You've got to be kidding me, Archvile.
Wow, an extremely fast time there. Uprise is not going to be happy about that one. This match might be over very quickly, and we're going to be saying see ya, and it's on to see NARF play Death Touch in the final, but who knows? It's anybody's game still. 1-0. NARF is in the lead. They had just set an amazing time on the clock, 2 minutes, 19 seconds. As you just said, Uprise is going to have to try and beat that. However, I've seen faster times in the QuakeCon qualifiers and at QuakeCon, but, you know, you'd think people had figured things out and changed it around. So who knows what's going to happen here? Anyone's game, and who knows? But anyways, Warwitch, what do you think is going to happen with that extremely fast time?
Well, let me tell you this. I don't see there is any way in a high hell that anybody, not even Death Touch, would be hard-pressed. Those guys would be hard-pressed to beat a time of 2:19. 2:19? Come on! It's already 2:13 on the clock, buddy. How did that happen? Game is underway, and here's what's going to happen. NARF is going to play aggressive. They're going to go all the way forward. They're going to go all the way to the Axis spawn. They are just basically going to rape the Axis spawn. They're going to fight for that flag. They're going to fight for every inch. They're going to send a massive six-man assault, and that's exactly what's happening now. They're all, mute spectators activated. I didn't realize we were talking. 22 votes, yes.
Well, actually, we've had a couple people ambushing the server. Actually, a guy named I Smoke Crack showed up, and then a fake Death Touch person showed up. They said it really wasn't Deca.
I love that
so
guy.
I muted that to fix that.
I Smoke Crack is a good guy. He's a great player. RTCW. Here's what's going on. 1:33 remaining. NARF is all over the north and south connection. It's ambush time. Let's find out what happens. Incoming allies. Sound the alarm. Nosh incoming machine gun fire. Nosh is down. Panzerfaust taken down. Cash and Mormon down. Incoming Axis struggling. 1:15 on the clock. They can't even get to the flag. NARF is just all over them. But in favor of Uprise, they're making nice revivals, and they're doing a damn good job of fighting through. They get through the ambush. They're inside the flag staging area, and Mormon makes the capture. Let's give a big round of applause to Uprise. These guys fighting hard. 59 seconds. Too little time, in my opinion, to get it done. Ambushed from behind by Lynch of NARF, who opens fire with Zapanzer. Up the, you know what I'm talking about. Up the back connection as they bend over for that one. 46 seconds. The game is going to be 2-0 in just a moment. Let's sound that alarm, that 30-second warning coming up in just a moment. Archvile, take us home.
Wow, I don't think it's going to happen. 33 seconds left on the clock. Looks like NARF is just going to go up now and spawn camp. They have pretty much pushed them back to that forward flag, and I don't even think they're even going to make it out of that area. NARF has taken the hill entirely over. 19 seconds remaining, and I hate to say it, you know, and I also have a correction to make. I had about 5 private messages of people telling me that I was wrong about the playoffs, which I was wrong. Wicked crew forfeited. So actually, Uprise had a bye week 2 weeks in a row and really didn't have to play anyone in the playoffs to get to the semifinals as the round ends there. And as you probably could have guessed, Uprise was unable to beat that awesome time of 2:19. But anyways, they had to bye both rounds, so this will be their first round ever played in the playoffs at the semifinals. So
well, it's going to be a real test.
That's what happened there.
And it shows that Uprise is having a hard time against NARF, who are a little more battle-tested. Now, Uprise have got the skills, but the NARF team is just too together right now. They're really tight, and they're able to hold off that incoming and the outgoing. NARF is on fire, very aggressive, and they're having their way right now. They are having their way with the incoming Uprise team, kind of like a French prostitute. So, definitely bad news for Uprise. These guys got to change it up. Yeah, well, you know, it's the French. Uprise have got to change it up. What can they do? It's the question I'd love to ask to any of my casters that work with me. Archvile, right now, with a 2-0 margin for NARF, what can Uprise do, buddy?
Well, you know, I hate to say this about Uprise. I really don't know if they can hand it to them at this point. Any momentum that Uprise might have had has got to be strongly discouraged at this point. The teams are readying up. I don't know if they're just wanting to get this over with and go home, but everyone is just readied up. I don't know what's going to happen. They've been holding a top-tier defense. Actually, they're having people on the top tier. NARF is defending the top tier and then having the rest of the people on the hill, so they're defending both entry points. Everyone's readied up. We are underway right now. NARF once again on the defensive. There is a possibility that we might see them hold both times for a full clock. Hopefully that won't happen. Uprise, like I said earlier in the season, has played NARF and managed to actually score against them the last time they played them. So hopefully we'll see that sort of turnaround again. Here we come. NARF all over the forward spawn. We got a dynamite plant down on the door. So Warwitch. Just talk. Yes.
Archvile equals fired, which I don't have that power anymore. But damn it, I hired you. I can fire you. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I think that was Sabo. Hey. I don't have the allies.
Sabo's in here.
Hey, Sabo. What's up, buddy? Incoming action going on. The Axis in position on 9:08 on the clock. Blah, 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 blah. Let's head to the flag staging area. Okay, here we go. Axis looking good. And gonna be making the rush. Uprise Axis team service door has been breached. Uprise feeling strong. Here's gonna be a dominant rush. These guys gonna be taking it up through the service hallways towards the outside and making their way towards the chokehold. Here we go, a little ambush waiting for them outside as Lynch from the NARF team is standing by on the hillocks as a lieutenant of the Allied Army, waiting to call in the airstrikes, opening fire with the MP40. Here comes the first man up the front. Cash leading the charge as an engineer. Dynamite plant on the fortress wall. Uprise may have learned their lesson. They're bringing their A game this time. They've got the plants, and they're really coming hard this time. Archvile, I think they're listening to the Shoutcast, and they're not going down at 3-0 loss tonight. They're ready to bring the carnage here at 8:22 remaining.
Yes, and hopefully they will do it. Uprise are now coming out towards the hill. Airstrikes going off all over the place, and Cash tries to peek out, but it doesn't manage to happen. NARF has got some airstrikes going off, and the fortress wall is still ticking away, but the Axis are almost there. They are in the covered stairwell right now. Wait, they're going in. Corollary, he's dropping the med packs. He is sitting outside the door. 2 men to beat. I think he's waiting for the rest of his team. Will they ever arrive? What has happened? Did they get ambushed on the way? But I don't know what's going to happen. 7 minutes, 49 seconds. I still don't see any Axis pushes. The Axis are splitting up, and they're still in groups of 1 and 2. Hopefully Uprise can turn this around. Corollary still waiting in the covered stairwell. Wait, he finally goes down to some artillery fire. Somehow blast him when he's sitting inside, and he is killed. So NARF once again holds off an entire Axis push. Not looking too promising. The Axis are coming off of a fresh spawn right now. They still hold the forward spawn. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. They're coming outside, and they're going to have looks like an airstrike right there outside the hill area, and it doesn't kill anybody, but here come the Axis. They're pushing outside right now. Warwitch, here they come.
Here's the lockdown. 2 incoming right-hand side by the ski side. Hand-over-hand ladder. Mormon making revivals of his companions. 4-5 man rush incoming right now. Secondary tier, lower tier going down. Knock, lockdown, incoming. Hand-over-hand, taken down. Airstrike, support fire, painful. Second favorite weapon, just a Panzer. Wow, it's over. Allies reclaim the shipping hallways, putting their griefers in position to force the incoming Axis Uprise to respawn back at base and make the long trek to engage the Allied Army that is the NARF team. Already up 2-0, 6-3-7. Very likely we are going to see NARF hold for a solid 10 minutes. And NARF with a, look at that, 3:18 with 1 time of the grab and then 2:19, almost like 59 seconds faster. NARF doesn't need much time to get things done. 10 minutes on the clock for NARF is an eternity. Those guys can win the game 9 times over. So basically, Uprise has got to get this done and get it done fast. Archvile, some incoming airstrikes here on the Allied base, but very little other action at the moment. You have a lockdown of what Uprise is up to as the Axis offers.
Actually, they just managed to grab the forward spawn flag. Uprise is all over the bottom. Looks like they're going to take the hill route once again, but it hasn't really been working for them. They've got 1 man to beat. Obliv from NARF. He is sitting outside on the hill area. Here comes Uprise pushing outside right now. Here comes 1, 2, maybe even 3 if he survives the gunfire, but no, he gets killed as well. Cash goes down, makes the revive on Knock. Knock is up as well. Now we have a 2-man push. Uprise coming up over the hill, and they're heading toward the Allied stronghold. I don't see the rest of the Axis, no idea where they are. Airstrikes going off all over the place. The Allies coming off of a fresh spawn. Obliv and Killa firing the guns all over the place. Knock still alive. Knock is almost to the Allied stronghold. What is he doing? He's heading towards the Allied spawn when he was all alone, but here comes more man and Corollary coming out through the bottom, so they may try to get a push out on the top. And they're almost to that ladder on the outside. And a grenade goes up over the wall. Doesn't manage to kill anybody. A couple members of NARF killing themselves.
Nice grenade.
They're almost to the documents, and they both go down. Wow, Warwitch, what happened there?
Within just feet of a document grab. Nice grenade from, I've been pronouncing his name wrong. What a surprise. Corollary. How do you pronounce that? God.
Corollary, I
All
believe.
right, well, I guess I got it right the 3rd or 4th time in a row. Incoming nice grenade from that guy. Cleared the way, at least he thought, but that Killa, the NARC team was in position, took down both of the incoming members of the Axis. They were right there in position to make the grab, but didn't happen right now. Let's take a look over here on the covered hand-over-hand ladder. We've got an Axis member, Uprise Moorman, exchanging fire. Moorman is alive or dead, lost track of him. Diving inside yet again, exchanging fire. He's a medic, taking a heavy suppressive fire from the likes of NARF Beaver and NARF to Killa. And it looks like NARF is going to come out on top in World War II, buddy. 2-on-1 means that one person is going down. Don't matter if you're a soldier or a soldat, you've got to have the numbers to break the enemy defense, get inside, and grab the documents. 4 minutes remain on TSM's coverage of NARF versus Uprise. Cal, playoff action going down. Back to you.
All right, and as you've mentioned, Uprise has not had very much luck at all coming outside at all. It's quiet. It's totally quiet. All you can hear, if you're into the game, is the wind howling. Nothing. We're sitting here waiting right now for the Sabo.
Of the wind.
It sounds like the Allied Moose came to join us or something. But anyways, Uprise comes up, and Uprise is coming outside towards the hill area. We have Moorman actually gets a quick revive there on Lerner, coming out to the hill. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining on the clock. It is pretty much over. Sabo, I believe, is going to try to join us, but it is going to be, I don't think he's able to get into the server. Oh, well, two men are enough to handle it. Uprise still not getting anywhere close. They come around the corner. They are not switching it up. They are not switching up their offensive pushes at all. They just keep going back to the hill, back to the hill, back to the hill, in groups of 2. Here comes another group of 2 right now. Actually, here comes 3, Lerner, Knock, and Cash. 3-man group. Cash is getting his helmet shot off there, still alive. The 3-man group is still going, but they're probably going to go down there. 3 men is not much versus 6 when they're all waiting on the top of the stronghold. Here come the Axis right now, going on the top, throwing the airstrikes out. Here comes Nosh, met up with Corollary in the covered stairwell. They throw it out there, and Knock manages to get a couple people down. Lynch and Obliv go down. 3 members of NARF on the top still remaining, and 2 members of Uprise. No one going towards the documents yet. Gunfire going off all over the place. Nosh peeks his head out, goes down. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Not looking good at all for Uprise. Uprise just needs to switch it up. They have 1 man close to the documents, but he has nothing left but a pistol. Warwitch.
Iron hard defense, buddy. Here's the grab. Corollary right here. Come on, buddy. You're trying to make the revivals, and he's TK'd by Lerner, who drops a grenade and kills him. But we got a grab by Locke right now. Or Knock, rather, with the grab. Leutman. Zax Asami making his way. 142. He's got the grab. Uprise now with the attempt, heading to the north and south connection. Moving outside, waiting for the ambush. You know that Narf's going to be waiting for him. Knock heading outside now. Making the run, heading towards the half-track, backed up by his escort, Mormon, dropping as the packs behind him, the medic packs, turning on their hill, turning on their axis to make sure there's no ambush, machine gun fire, incoming, axis, transmitting station, is it gonna happen, trying to get inside, can they do it, and yeah, does the axis win? There's a plant time, but at 8:45, about 2,000 hours more than NARF needs to get something done.
Yes, that's going to give NARF plenty of time. We've seen some amazing fast times, like 2:19 I think was the fastest time so far. So that's still, NARF could still do it 4 times in the time that they have remaining. They don't have the full 10 minutes, but they still got plenty of time to do it. Teams are readying up right now. Maybe we get a quick sounder, and we'll be right back. You're tuned in to Calmain Playoff Action with Warwitch and Archvile.
You know, Archvile, dropping the bomb on me. I didn't have my sounder ready, but I do now. Here we go.
You are tuned into Access RTCW Radio, here on the TSN.
The Germans are succumbing, waiting on the one player. Yeah, the sauerkraut in my Lederhosen. Yeah. I'm pulling out all the old tricks at once, like 2 years of broadcasting Wolf, or 1.5 years. I'm going to use all my catchphrases at once. All you can do is die.
And it sounds like you're just instead of like alchemy or wizardry, I think you're practicing faggotry right now. That's what it is. But where everyone is ready and we're preparing to fight, we have a couple shout-outs real quick. Shout out to Shifty and Volks from Crime. He's in the clan with Masters, and we are underway. Also, one more quick shout out to Fallen Angel. Just will shut up Maverick from Hounds from Hell wanted to get that out there, and we'll have some more shout outs later. But we are underway, so Warwitch, start us off.
All right, 8:30 on the clock already. Uprise trying to defend their position. Oh, Calori vaporizes himself with the Allied bazooka. Man, corollary, whatever. Incoming. Axis team, Lynch and NARF right there. Incoming, captures the forward flag. His companion takes a grenade that blows him against the far wall. NARF incoming now, already dynamite plant in the service doorway. And while we got that going on, we got a 3-man rush, but a nice Panzer right there in the chokehold. That's where the Panzer needs to open fire. In the chokehold that leads from the service hallways out to the hillocks, we had a nice Panzerfaust taking down several members of the incoming NARF roster. It was Cash laying down Spike and Beaver, making a 2-man rush up the front to harass the Allied defense here tonight. 7-4-6, 2-0 is the score so far, and if NARF can beat this time, it's 3-0. They walk away and run off to face Death Touch in the Cal final action going down here on the Team Sportscast Network. All you.
Indeed, and NARF, as you said, is already on the Axis, the Allied stronghold right now. The team is laying there, revives waiting to be placed. Obliv and Lynch, along with, who is it, one more member coming up, Spike, is all over the Allied stronghold. The dynamite plane goes down on the fortress wall. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. Plenty of time. The medics are doing the quick revives. They are going to get back up there quicker than anything. And whoa! One man peeks his head up. Looks like Lynch gets up there and takes a bullet to the face and falls over backwards off of the stronghold there. And they're going up one by one up the ladder, and they are almost to the documents. And what the heck? Lynch almost to the documents, however, jumps off the first tier. Beaver goes in, and Beaver runs in there and puts takes the documents and grabs hold, jumps off onto the second tier. He's going down underneath right now. In the shipping hallways, gets met up by Nosh. Wow, and but the documents are on the ground and re-picked up by Obliv. Obliv gets the revives down. Obliv waiting for the rest of his team. Waits for Lynch, waits for Beaver, waits for Beaver to wait. Wait, here he comes, and he goes around the corner. He is going into the second hallway, almost outside. Into the snow we go. We are outside right now. Don't see any sign of the Allies. NARF may take it home. We're at the half track. Uprise is pretty much over with. If they make it 6 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh! Panzerfaust, but they don't kill him. Pistol fire going off. One more man to kill him. And no, it doesn't happen. The Panzer hits the wrong guy. They potentially could have stopped that. Good games being exchanged. Team's already leaving the server. And we might be able to get an interview. And they actually, Uprise, good show, given the Good Lux versus Death Touch already. And wow, gonna be some good stuff. Everyone's disconnecting pretty quick here, so we'll see what happens as Compkilla gives Warwitch the love.
Absolutely, buddy. Good stuff indeed. It shows you just how fast MP Ice can be played. In DT versus Darkside, we were on that map for about 212 years. In NARF versus Uprise, it's over in about T-minus 20 seconds. However, Uprise playing a strong game, not to take anything away from them. They've got the aim, they've got the skill, they made it this far. They had a little luck in their corner, but it showed that the harder road, if you travel that harder road to the finals or to the semifinals, you're going to have a better chance of walking away to the finals. Well, the men have been rooted out from the boys, and soon we've got a little DT versus Uprise action. When's that going to be happening, buddy? Or DT versus NARF, rather. When is that scheduled?
That'll probably happen. I don't know exactly the date they're going to schedule. I think it's probably going to take place next Tuesday, possibly. Maybe next Thursday. Not sure. I'm getting some Ventrilo info now. Maybe we can jump in and see what they've got to say about the match. Maybe their thoughts on what's going to happen next week. And one more shout-out really quick here. Fallen Angel has a shout-out to him and the AHA clan. So, and he's giving us some love as well. So we'll get some music going, maybe some sounders, and we'll be right back. Maybe a post-game wrap-up and possibly an interview from NARF themselves. We'll be back in a minute.
We'll find out. Stick around. Team Sportscast Network.
Server you have running on your old 28.8 lacking? Tired of hunting for a decade and think, if I was the admin, I'd make them all pay. Want to have a server that you and your team can call home? Well, look no further. ClanBank personal game servers are up for the taking at www.clanbank.com. Offering low-paying servers for the lower-budget gamer, ClanBank offers a variety of server options that cater to your little wallet that you probably just left in the washer. Oh, crap. ClanBank servers support games like Quake 3 Arena, Counter-Strike, Soldier of Fortune 2, Urban Terror, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and much, much more. Visit our website at www.clanbank.com for more information on how you and your team can benefit from the luxury of your very own dependable and affordable personal server. That's www.clanbank.com. Stay tuned to TSN for this week's coupon code, and you can use it to get 20% off any ClanBank server.
You're listening to the Team Sportscast Network, your war correspondents for the upcoming Battle on the Beachhead 2. Stay tuned to TSN for more details.
TSN.
That is Sauerkraut in mein Lederhose.
Here, on TSN.
Alright, kids. We check with Archvile here about a potential... Oh, yeah. Looks like we got it lined up. Let's hop into the chat. Archvile, I'll meet you there, buddy. The war room of NARF. Let me go ahead and enter the IP, and we'll be there shortly. So, unable to multitask. Let's... Okay. Good to go. Alright, enjoy the gentle, soothing tunes of RTCW background music while I fiddle with the war room. They've locked the door. We'll be back and live in a moment. I'm back. That's exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to NARF. A 3-0 dominant victory over Uprise tonight. I'm here in the war room of the NARF roster. We've got the likes of Shaggy, Beaver. I'm gonna slaughter their names right in front of them. Imo or Imo?
Imo.
Okay, thanks. Gabe W, Spike, and Obliv. Gentlemen, congratulations on your victory. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, we're doing pretty good. A couple of the guys are just out having a celebratory cigarette at the moment. They're sitting down at the PCs right now, though.
Okay, so that's Spike, the spokesperson, it seems, for the NARF team. I like to ask this question.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody is. Someone's talking. Here we go. Here's the question I'd like to ask. I ask this of everybody. How'd you feel going into this matchup versus Uprise? Confident, a little bit nervous, or feeling like you just downright get whooped? You played like you basically felt like you were going to kick some ass. How did you feel going into this game tonight?
Well, you know, we're the defending champions and all, and well,
I hear that
we took Uprise. we took Uprise a couple times before. They have some really good guys, though, and you know, we thought they'd present a pretty tough challenge, and they did. But in the end, we ended up coming up top, and basically that's what we thought was going to happen.
Well, you brought a very strong offense and defense to the battlefield, being able to hold the Uprise team off. We've got kind of a list here of how things unfolded through the rounds and sets. Basically, in round 1, set 1, Uprise on the offensive, unable in 10 minutes. Then you return the favor at 3:18. Let's start there with that 1-0 lead. You set the time at 3:18, and then progressively you set the time faster. Did you guys basically decide, you're like, this game is in the bag, let's just see if we can keep beating our time? How did you feel at that point when you set the time at 3:18, and then after that, 2:19, and then it just got crazier from there? So what was the idea in mind?
Well, you can never underestimate what your enemy is going to do. I mean, even if you set a really fast time, they can easily come back and, you know, take rounds from you after that. So pretty much we just, kept level heads and kept trying to do what we do best.
Yeah, you guys did a damn good job. I think the fastest time that just blew Archvile and I out of the water. 2:19. You've got the 3:18, the 2:19, and then the 2:47. 2:19 is just an amazing time, and I could not foresee anybody being able to beat that time. Bring that kind of carnage to the battlefield. Facing a Death Touch is going to be a good time. Go ahead, Obliv.
Well, those times, man, we just kept doing the same thing we were doing, and I think on the second round we got that fast one. We got him on a pretty bad respawn, so we just capitalized upon it, just ran out, did our thing, and we got in and got it out as quick as we could. Against Death Touch on Beach, that's going to be some carnage, that's for sure. I'm ready to play him, though, and I think we all are.
Archvile, hand over some questions, buddy.
All right, now, one quick question here just to start us off. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you guys LAN together? Yes, we are. We are sponsored by internet cafe in Riverside called Game Sessions, and we're all sitting in the same row, and we got nice big flat screen monitors and pretty cool pings.
Sweet.
Very nice. It sounds like you guys, it's kind of the advantage of being able to play next to each other. So when you guys go to LAN events, I would assume that it's just like playing any other day with you guys, correct?
Indeed.
Yep, pretty much. So now you guys played Death Touch at a LAN, I heard, not that long ago. And obviously you guys are used to being LAN together.
Archvile, just stop right there, man. That ain't, just don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Archvile getting into trouble
I guess that didn't go very well.
Oh no, that went pretty bad. Yeah, we weren't really prepared to play Death Touch. We were actually looking to ping rape the crap out of them on LAX, which didn't happen because they're good with words and all. And well, after that, we were kind of discouraged because we didn't really have much of a base strategy at the time. So can I blame it on that and we would just leave it there?
So basically, you guys relied on the pings of your LAN and decided you guys are just going to beat them with pings, and you wouldn't have to worry about really throwing anything together.
No, not at all. We were just the tournament was supposed to be played in a California server, and that was in the rules of the tournament. And so we were just going to hold them to that, even though they would have a shitty ping, anyways.
I see. So you guys are the defending champions, and you're going to be going up against basically the same people who took who you beat last year for the championship. So basically we're going to see a repeat of last year's championship. And how do you guys feel going up against the very same team who has definitely showed a little bit more dominance this year than last year?
Well, last year we went up against them on what map was it? Ice? Yeah, and this season we're going up against them on Beach, which of course requires a different strategy and whatnot. But we feel pretty prepared. Well, this next week we'll be scrimming and practicing as hard as we can all week, so if anyone out there wants to scrim us, be sure you reserve a spot right now. And, we're just going to be preparing as much as we can, and we're going to be playing from Game Sessions here, our sponsor.
Okay, so when you play at that place, do you practice there every single time you go to the same place, or do sometimes you guys play from home?
During scrims during the week, we usually play at home, but sometimes we have a LAN on the weekends, depending on how we're feeling and whatnot. We've had, I think, a total of 42 LANs by this point, somewhere around there.
So how often do you guys scrim and practice to get ready for these events?
4 hours a day, baby. Yeah, 4 hours. That's dedication.
And Spike, you're really quiet. I can't seem to hear you for some reason now. I don't know. Maybe you were talking and your mic was picking it up. But one more question from me, and I asked Death Touch kind of the same thing. Battle on the Beachhead 2. You guys are registered. It's coming up. Death Touch seems pretty confident that they're going to be pretty much unstoppable. What do you guys have to say about that?
No, they're always confident that they're unstoppable.
I love it.
Well, congratulations to you guys, and good games to Uprise, and you guys, unfortunately, they kind of, this is their first playoff game this season, and unfortunately their last as well. So congratulations to you guys. Warwitch, do you have anything else?
Well, basically, I think you covered it all right there. I think we should let the NARF team kind of kick back, relax, and celebrate their victory tonight, because they're going to have to prepare. Death Touch is ready to lay it down, and after watching NARF tonight in battle, Archvile, you guys, you listeners out there, man, what a game. Next week is going to be some good fun, as you know that Death Touch and NARF are both going to be scrimming like mad in preparation for MP Beach action, for that head-to-head 6-on-6 confrontation that will be covered live here at TSN, the Team Sportscast Network. NARF, congratulations, guys. Also, great clan name. Yeah, see, there's a little excitement from Warcrime. Good stuff.
Yes.
We just say that Mark NARF on our team, he's just drop dead sexy.
Yeah, Mark!
Go, Mark.
And I'd like to shout out to Sir Shaggy and Samantha. Woo! And Edward, Big Fat Ed.
Ed is dead sexy.
I would like to just thank everybody for letting me come to the LAN and watch, and not playing. And letting me just, promote my team in every way I can. I love you all.
Well, once again, guys, congratulations. We'll head on out of here of your war room. We'll see you next week for the battle that continues.
Thanks, Warwitch.
No problem, guys. Take care. RTCW, here's the deal tonight. NARF defeat Uprise 3-0. Death Touch defeat Darkside 3-1. Next week, we'll see you on the battlefield. Archvile and Warwitch, out of here. Good night.
Here are the Reichsender Hamburg, Station Bremen, and Station DXB. This is the end of our news in English. In thanking you for your attention, I would remind you that our next transmission of News in English takes place at 9:15 Greenwich Mean Time, and will be given from the Reichsender Hamburg, Station Bremen, and Station DXB. Presently, you will hear our usual Sunday evening service in Gaelic from the stations Hamburg, Bremen, and DJA of the 31-meter band.